Hey, I'm Brennen and Beeler, pastor of Regenerate Church in Orange County, California.
And I'm Morgan, and we have 3 beautiful children, ages 8, 6, and 4.
And something that we experienced recently opened our eyes, and we just wanted to take a moment to let you know a little bit about our story so that it might help you be aware of actually what's taking place in our country today.
Absolutely. One Monday morning in July, I took my 3 kids to the toy aisle. The toy aisles are on the very back of this store. And when I got there, I let the kids get out of the cart, and I see this middle-aged man wearing a mask, which wasn't abnormal during this time. And something within inside me just made me feel like something wasn't right. I got a glimpse out of the corner of my eye. That same person was kind of going in a moon shape on either side of the aisles and looking at my kids. And by the way that he was corralling, I ended up at the very back of the store where there was 2 exit doors. And earlier, while I was on that aisle, there was another man at those double exit doors, kind of fidgeting with the door. Looking back, I think that maybe he was working with the door because it was alarmed. So I ended up being all the way at the very back at this double exit doors. At that very moment, that same man that I saw in the beginning, he came right at me. And I knew right then and there that what I was feeling and what I was thinking was about to take place. And I started to panic, and all I could think in my mind was just to say, Lord, help me. And so I didn't want to look at him. I didn't want to make eye contact with him. And all I could say was, you guys, this man right here is making mommy super uncomfortable. Come to me right now. It was the Holy Spirit that prompted them, Mom's serious, and you better get here right now. And so I just sat him in the baby section. I took my daughter, I put her on top of all of our groceries, and I grabbed my son, my oldest, by his hand, and I said, don't you let go no matter what you do. And so I took those kids and I got to the front and I went home, and I ended up telling you. I don't know if it was just the fact that it didn't happen to me, that it was about my kids. I think something switched within inside of me where I felt like I would have had to choose one of my kids to save. And how do you do that as a mom? So many people said to me, well, why didn't you alert security, and why didn't you call the police? And I honestly, I couldn't trust one more person in that store that day. This was my local store where a lot of my friends and family shop. And if this could happen to me and my kids, why couldn't this happen to my family members or my friends? And you know what happened that day? As I shared that story, I had about 15 other people in my community say that same thing happened to me.
There was about 5 people involved in this, maybe more, within the store. The United States is the #1 country providing people trafficked. And so it's really important. It's not something that's happening in a third world country, but it's something that's happening in our own backyards. And we don't want you guys to get caught off guard like we really were, not really understanding what was happening to us. And so we want you to be prepared. And so we learned a lot through this.
Through all of this, I ended up getting the opportunity to speak with a detective who was on these types of cases in our area. And something that she said, if this were to ever happen again, there's many things that you can do. And one of the things was to make eye contact with that person. Don't be afraid to let that person know, hey, I see you, I know what you're doing, and I'm not afraid. I'm not gonna be an easy target. I'm gonna put up a fight, basically. The second thing was to make commotion, make noise, scream, say you need help, say this person is really bothering me, somebody please come and help me. And if you have to apologize later because you were wrong about the person, then apologize later. I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry, is what this detective said. And then the third thing that they recommended is, one, you call 911, the police, while you're in the store, and you let them know what is happening. And then what happens is they alert that store's security. And then that security team can come and they can escort you and make sure that you get to where you're supposed to be getting to. And then the last thing that they said is never go outside. Never go outside unless you are being escorted, because there are people out there and they use cell phones or walkie-talkies to communicate with one another. This is what the girl is wearing. This is what the boy is wearing. This is what the mom looks like. They're heading out right now. So they're prepared for when you exit the store. And you might think that you're safe now, but no, that's not the case. In our case, by the grace and faithfulness of God, we were okay.
And we pray that you guys and we would never face that type of situation again. But if we are ever in that situation, it's always best to be prepared, to be safe, and to take those steps of precaution so that we can continue leading our homes, parenting our children, and keeping them safe. One of the things that God calls us to do as parents. Hope that helps you guys so much. God bless.